what some predicted as a blue wave.
So even for lesser-known pundits, I'm not aware of what her name is, but
has so far not materialized. So let's find out where things
judging
do
from what I
stand
heard,
as of
the
now.
last
From Chief
shut
Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel.
we're talking about the Senate or whatever. Yeah, the Senate. Not looking good for us in the Senate. That's okay. I just don't want to be dictator in charge of the White House. That's okay. Yeah, Fox News. Gonna Fox News. Aside from the earlier coverage in the afternoon that mostly involved Brett Baier, or whatever his name is, and some other lady, and the decision desk that is, crunching the numbers, projecting, doing the projections for the states. Yeah, it's quite a difference between Fox News, actual journalists, and the pundits. And of course, they are calling into question the results. They're looking forward to Trump fighting it out in the courts. They're already coming up with a new conspiracy, I suppose, that their campaign representatives are not allowed within 50 feet, supposedly. I think legally most states have it at 25 feet. Not too sure about that, but they emphasize that they can be kept as far away as 50 feet away from observing the ballot counts, and they just keep hammering away at this, that they're not allowed to look. Oh, they're not allowed to look. You're 50 feet away. Do you have a pair of binoculars? You have tools at your disposal so that you can look and yet not potentially tamper with the vote counts. What is this new narrative they're trying to construct? I don't get it. I don't get it. I've never heard of bullshit like this before. In all the elections I've kept up with. Never heard of bullshit like this. Only because a strongman, narcissist, cult leader is demanding that they can handle the votes themselves, handle the ballots themselves, and they're not being allowed to. Obviously, because there's a highly motivated political reason for them to want to do that, and election officials obviously are not going to let them do that. That leaves them. They're going to tamper with them. What else would they do? They know their only chance is to cheat, and they're attempting to tamper with them, and they're not letting them do that. That's why they're pissed.
Atlanta, the poll workers are working hard. They are cutting open envelopes, processing.
I was looking at this place earlier today. It looks like there's lots of people counting ballots here in Atlanta, Georgia.
We've seen really a steady trend over the past 24 hours. Of votes going away from President Trump. The lead was 6 digits 24 hours ago. It's down to just about 30,000 right now. There's still roughly 100,000 votes outstanding in Georgia. We have seen some problems. Deadlines have come and gone as to when the vote here would be counted. 7 p.m., 9 p.m.
Well, I'm glad Fox News reporters are wearing masks. That's a refreshing sight. Not everybody at Fox News is a complete ignorant dumbass.
Some officials here. Georgia was never supposed to be, or hasn't been a swing state in a long time. It's really become a battleground now. It's gone Republican since 1992. President Trump won by 5% last year. But there's been a huge shift in demographics here. 1 million new voters in Georgia since 2016, really making a difference, turning this once Republican stronghold into a battleground. Shannon, back to you.
All right, Steve Harrigan live for us in Atlanta. Thank you, Steve. So the Fox News decision desk raised some eyebrows about 24 hours ago, calling Arizona for Joe Biden. Now, other major outlets still not officially calling it for the former vice president. There are 11 electoral votes in play, and tonight the Trump team says They're not counting out Arizona at all. In fact, we're standing by waiting for another dump of data and votes from them. Correspondent Alicia Cunha is live in Phoenix.
Right-wing media calling them dumps, left-wing media calling them
That
batches.
next dump of data that you just mentioned
Loaded
is expected
language
to come out
everywhere.
of Maricopa County at 1 a.m. Eastern time, so we'll wait for that. But before I discuss what's happening in here, I want to show you what's happening just outside the doors from where we're standing. The fight has just begun. Trump supporters are demanding to be let in to observe the counting process, asserting that Republican votes are somehow being toyed with. The fact
Oh, look
that
at that!
they want to
Trump
observe
supporters
and
are actually going to try to break the law, breaking and entering into the place where they're counting the ballots. By the way, didn't Trump encourage that? Yeah, he did. He called it watching the ballots or whatever. I don't know, watching the polls. He encouraged this shit.
Accusing the county of providing Sharpies to GOP voters who were then left with a ballot that was denied. Here's the Secretary of State.
There is no concern about ballots being counted because of the pen that was used to mark the ballots. All of those ballots are being counted. And even if the machines can't read them for some reason, a marker led through to the other side, we have ways to count them. They're going to be counted.
What time is it?
The other race the Fox News Decision Desk has called is the
It
Senate race,
is,
projecting
well,
that Democratic
I can't see
challenger
on my
Mark Kelly
phone.
will win. McSally has not conceded, but she continues to
8:18.
trail by
Okay,
double
because mine
digits, a
says it's
signal that
8:30.
Arizona's political stripes are changing.
Mom likes to exaggerate sometimes.
It's meaningful that there is that McCain constituency
Try to read.
that is a Republican that wants that kind of representative, and those people evidently
Excuse
not
me.
ready for Martha McSally to carry that legacy.
And Shannon, obviously another state that we are watching very closely is Nevada. We are not going to get updated ballot counts until tomorrow morning. Shannon. All right, we are watching around the clock. Alicia, thank you. We'll check back in with you. So what are the legal avenues available to both campaigns in Pennsylvania and beyond at this hour? Catherine Engelbrecht and Andrew McCarthy weigh in on that live next.
Well, I'll come back when that comes around.